Hello everybody, I'm Class72 and welcome to the first episode of 1 vs 1. I'm up here 1 vs 1 against Princess, a very good friend of mine, and we're on the Gravedigger and Annihilator, and we're just gonna see how these two tanks compare. We're on Himmelsdorf, a very nice basic map, and I'm headed over on the right side, trying to keep my lower plate hidden, which is definitely the Gravedigger's biggest weak spot. And I spot Princess here on his Annihilator. And we're just waiting for the other person to make a mistake. And once he goes unspotted, I decide I must also be unspotted, and I decide to make my move. And we actually were both making our move at the same point there. Come around here. I'm not gonna drive out there. The Annihilators are that big burst damage of more than over 600, so definitely gonna have to be careful. I decide to go flank him. As you see, the Gravedigger is somewhat slow, very similar in speed to the Annihilator though. So mobility, we are evenly matched. Armor, the Annihilator's turret is probably a little more reliable, but altogether the Gravedigger would have the better armor. I'm coming around here, I expect to see him here, but he actually isn't. I'm worried he's coming from the left, but then I see the base being captured, and I'm like, oh, there he is. I'm gonna turn around and head towards him, because I feel very confident that if we meet him on a nice flat ground, I can beat him. Comes here and I turn my turret, and he misses a shot, bounces a shot, and does penetrate one. So he is in the lead with hit points right now. But I'm gonna come out and start emptying my clip. Devastating damage there. Put him down a lot of hit points, and he bounces two of his shots again. Gravedigger's turret is very sturdy if you can't aim in. Now I'm ahead in hit points now. I back up to get my clip in. Again, very devastating. And then I wham him and get up close. And again he bounces two of his shots. I repair my gun, and my clip's almost reloaded. He decides to try to make an escape. And I almost finish him off, but he does get away. I'm gonna reload my clip here and go give chase. He isn't really much quicker than me, so he gets some shots in here. That was a mistake for me, big mistake. Shouldn't have peeked out that far. I try to back up to get him. He moves away. He could finish me off with his next clip, but I actually didn't notice that at this point. I still thought I was nice and safe from hit points. I'm gonna be playing a little more aggressive than would have been good. Come around here. Like I said, I'm playing very aggressive. He bounces one of his shots, and that lets me win. If he hadn't bounced that, he would have gotten me. But this does show that the Gravedigger is very strong when it can get into a brawl. That clip damage is very useful, and it's almost very thick. The Annihilator's turret is very strong, but it definitely can be pinned in the hole. Alright, let's go to the next battle. So, here we are for the next battle. This time on Walkfield. And it's gonna take quite a bit actually until we meet. So I'm just gonna see if I can skip ahead a little bit here. I drive up along the right flank, don't find him. Alright, here. This is a good point. I'm expecting him to try to come around through my spawn, so I'm gonna drive along here to intercept him. And this map's a lot more hilly, and the Gravediggers are terrible gun depression, so the Annihilator does have the advantage here. I'm gonna push up along here, and I'm gonna spot him. He's been waiting for me, but he does bounce all his shots. I try to get him in return, but don't do any damage. I wait for my track to repair itself, and then move on, and he's gonna be reloading coming up here. But I'm just slightly too quick, and he doesn't come around to get a shot in. I have to be careful. I really have to be careful here. I try to come forward, but he gets two shots and I get 85 damage in return. And that puts him steadily in the lead. I decide to reload my clip again. I come pushing around here. He of course drives down the other side. I'm gonna come on to push at him. And that last battle on Himmelsdorf probably did make me a little too confident. I'm trying to get in close and damage him. and always when I get closer, he puts another devastating 530 damage in here. I'm really low in hit points now. I've barely scratched him. I'm gonna try and come on the other side. I'm going to kind of test out what he bounces all shots till I get one in. I'm going forwards. I want to kind of see what the Gravedigger can do in face hugging. Something I'm actually wondering here. I empty my clip into him. Do some good damage. I'm gonna go face hug him. Just want to see what it can do. And he pens all his shots anyway. The Gravedigger's torch cheeks can be penned with heat rather easily. And you guys can see, Annihilator's torch is very sturdy here. No chance, and he finishes the Gravedigger off. A good size comparison here, much smaller than Annihilator. But yes, this is the second battle. Princess did very good here. He waited for me. He put his shots in and disappeared. He tried to stay hold down when he could. And face hugging, turns out, is not a good idea. Gravedigger versus Annihilator. Annihilator's torch is much stronger, and he can easily pen my torch cheeks. So yeah, that was the second battle in the Gravedigger. There you guys can see Gravedigger versus Annihilator. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. If you would like to see more 1 vs 1 videos, please let me know. Claw72